As we see both teams making their way onto the field. We'll take a look at the lineups for both teams here this afternoon. As you can see on the screen, the coveted Under-17 trophy, which both teams will battle it out here this afternoon at the Angels Stadium. You can also see out there in the background crowds gathering in as we count down to the Under-18 Dean's final competition between RKS and Maris Brothers High School. But right now we're witnessing the match Under-17 competition between Queen Victoria School and Natabua. Let's look at the QVS lineup. Playing at prop, Tuim Masi, Kalyova at hooker, Aaron Tausie at prop. We have Moape and Ratubeli at locks. And the side of the scrum we have Naimbuka and Sakaya Naitini. Sailosi at number 8, Savinada at halfback, Pita at first 5. At the blind wing is Nimaya Mburavatu, Ratu Kinvilame at inside center, Leones Coyote at outside center. And the wings we have Saniel, and at fullback Rusiata Rukuba. As we quickly look into the Natabua lineup, Natabua playing from right to left. In prop we have Iswa, Aminiasi in hooker, Chompe at prop, Etuat and Anthony at the locks. On the sides we have Johnny and David, James at number 8, halfback at Nehemiah, first 5 at Vilimoni, Johnny on blind side wing, inside center Matthew, Nwanendina at outside center, Isi Kelly at open wing side, and at fullback we have Mike Kelly, Rokondinon. As now we await long-awaited final in the Under-17 competition, in the Under-17 grade. As the hooter sounds. Natabua High School, the lone team from the Western Division, here to stamp their mark. Kick off there by Vilmonim Botitu, taken in well by QVS. QVS now with possession. No one to play halfback. Kick downfield. Clearing kick there by QVS. Taken in at the back at Isikeli. The winger for Natabua as he chips up. And the ball went out on the full. Now possession been passed back to QVS. As we see on the screen there, the winger for Natabua High School, Isikeli Latin Reketi. Play now as we await Kaliova and Geleda, taken in by Ratumeli Dernalangi of Queen Victoria School. Now maul being formed by QVS, good driving maul as they take in play inside Natabua's half. QVS still with possession. Pick and drive there by the forwards of Queen Victoria School. Tuimasin Naimawi taking that ball up. Still QVS with possession. Penalized there for not rolling away. Quick tap there by Queen Victoria School. Kaliova Angeleva of QVS. Still QVS with possession. Ball being spread out there by Savanada. Taken in well there. Pick and drive by the forwards, Naimbuka Rakuna of Queen Victoria School. Still QVS with possession. Now Moape taking that ball up, taking play now inside Natabua's half. Still QVS with possession. Pick and drive by the QVS forwards. A good defensive line there by Natabua. Still QVS with possession. Savanada spreading it out wide. And the inside run there by Pita of QVS and a kick downfield. Now very scrappy play back there by Natabua. And yes, there was a knock-on play by Natabua as they tried to gather that ball. But we can say that setting the pace early in this match is the boys from Vuluni 2. Now play 10 meters away from the Natabua try line. Now we can see the replay here. Look at how Peter Catalau, and he tried to lob that ball out at behind the Natabua defense. Couldn't control well there by Chone Savo of Natabua. The bounce of the ball was very cruel. He was not able to control that well. But nevertheless, now possession with QVS, a good attacking opportunity. 7 meters away from the Natabua try line. Natabua with a good scrum. Still QVS with possession. They pass it out to the speedster, Newmaya Burabatu. Still QVS. Pick and drive there by Kalio Vangalida of Queen Victoria School. 5 meters away from the Natabua try line. Good drive by QVS. Still QVS with possession. Fencing a pick and drive. As you see the forwards of Queen Victoria School. Still the ball is there. A pick up there by Aaron Tosi of QVS. There we see Ratumeli Dernalangi of QVS. Still QVS with possession. Pick and drive there by QVS. Good pick and drive. Now the big man, Sailosi Falewai, who is also the captain for QVS, taking that ball up. QVS still with possession. Good passage of play. Now spread out. Savenada to Peter. And now the inside set. The Ratu Kinivilame Nadiru with the ball. Natabua players holding him up. He was able to get rid of that ball. Natabua now with possession. As they spread it out to their sprinter. Now Isikeli Latin Raketi. He's on his way. Can they catch him? I don't think so. He's on his way. And yes, he'll score the first try in this match. Isikeli Latin Raketi of Natabua High School scoring the first try in this match against Queen Victoria School. There's a good passage of play. A loose ball there by QVS, and Natabua took advantage as they spread the ball out wide to their sprinter, Isikeli Latin Raketi, who strolled away and scored the first points in this match. As we take a look at the replay, see how the Natabua players held the QVS player up, and that was a loose ball. They passed it out wide. They couldn't catch this fella. He's a sprinter of Natabua High School. Look at how he strides down the field to score Natabua's first try. Natabua now leads the Queen Victoria School 5 points to nil. As we await Johnny Savo of Natabua to convert a try by Isireni. He struck it well, was not able to bring it in. As Natabua still leads QVS at 5 points to nil. Good passage of play earlier as we saw now we see the bench of the QVS stunned by that try from Natabua High School. QVS early setting the pace in this game. But then a loose play by Natabua QVS led to the try for Natabua. The ball being taken in. Run through there by the big prop Chopes Sawawai of Natabua. William Bonimbotitu hearing that kick, didn't find touch. Still QVS with possession. Now QVS taking the ball up by Ratukini Vilame. Stand off a run there by the QVS forwards. Still QVS with possession. Savinava now spreading it out. All now being taken in by Aaron Tausia. Good defensive play by the boys from Natabua. Still QVS. Kick downfield. The boys from Natabua allowed it to bounce. A good defensive play there by Sanela Matavesi of QVS. They need players now. They need support now. The boys from Natabua. And then so unfortunate there by the boys of Natabua that they turned the ball over. Now possession is with Queen Victoria School. What a way. Very nail-biting competition here earlier in this match. The under-17 grade Dean's final. Play now about 8 meters away from Natabua try line. QVS in a good position to score a try here. We'll see how the scrum goes. Earlier, the first scrum in this match, boys from Natabua, very strong on the up front. As we can see now again, having a tight head there, pushed the boys from QVS back. Steering kick there by Nehemiah Momo Gray. Being awarded to Natabua, an offside play there by the boys from Bulili 2. What a let off to the boys from Natabua. Natabua forward showing their dominance in the scrum. Having a tight head, pushing the boys from QVS back. Looking at both teams, how they've progressed now to the final. We'll take a look first at the QVS team. QVS had beat Masinu in the quarterfinals. They then went ahead to beat Ratunovula in the last week's competition. And now they're meeting Natabua in the final. Although Natabua beat Maris Brothers High School, which were the defending champions in the under 16 grade last year. And then in the quarterfinals. And then the semifinals, they were able to beat RKS, which now resulted in them in the finals against the Queen Victoria School. Knocked forward there by the boys from Natabua. Again, possession now given to QVS. As I mentioned earlier, dominance in the scrum being showed early by the boys from Natabua. Now with QVS with possession, we'll see how their forwards will match up to the boys from Natabua. Outclassed both in size and weight. See how the boys from QVS are able to stop them. Good scrum though by QVS, able to hold back the Natabua forwards. But now QVS with possession. Kick downfield by Ratukini Vilame Naidere. Now taken in well there by Nehemiah Momo Gray. Still Natabua with possession. Nehemiah Momo Gray spreading out one, not controlled well there by the forwards. That was a knock on. The pass wasn't good, rather. That those forwards were not able to pick the ball up. Now again, possession now with Queen Victoria School. Play right on the 22 inside Natabua's half. Look at the replay. A pass there. It was a very low pass by Chone Kerevi, who is the captain of Natabua High School. So not collected by the forwards. But again, see how the driving force by Natabua. Not able to hook that, the QVS hooker. Now Natabua with possession. They passed it out wide to their wing, Chone Savo, who kicked it downfield. Now picked up well there by Rusiate Rukubau. He's able to kick that out. Good. Taking play 12 meters inside Natabua's half. 11 minutes gone in the first half. 80% of this game, 80 to 90% of the game being played inside Natambua's half, with the pace being set by QVS, but the defensive line by Natambua still holding up. Surprisingly, Natambua leads QVS early in this match, 5-0. Not a good throw there by Natambua. QVS with possession. As we await Savinathan now, spreading it out to his force team, Masi Naimawi taking that ball up. Savinathan knock on there by the forwards of QVS. There was knock on from Moapilamba. Locks for QVS. Natambua with possession. Spreading it out wide. A good run there by Choni Kerevi, the captain of Natambua. But he was not able to maintain possession. Possession has been changed over to QVS. QVS on the attack. Now Savinathan spreading the ball out wide. Sidestep, a kick through there by Peter Katalau. Still QVS with possession. Oh, not a good pass there by Peter. But still play on, says the referee. not able to be collected by Isireli. QVS again with possession, knock on by Natabua. Advantage being played there by the referee. Ball taken up there by Ratu Melin Dernalangi of Queen Victoria School. Savinada spreading it out wide. Forwards of QVS taking the Natabua defense on. Kick downfield there by Peter Catalau. Chasing is his wing Newmeyer. Not able, a good side step there by Mike Kelly. And now running downfield is Johnny Savo of Natabua. QVS. Now taking it back there is Sailosi Faliwai. Sailosi Faliwai, who's the captain also for QVS. But a good side step, but a good run here by the fullback Rusiate Rukubau. He kicked that ball downfield. Now covering back, obviously, is Isireli Latinralangi. He is isolated there at the back, but good supportive play there by Natabua. Possession still remain with them. Kick downfield there, now by Newmeyer Momogray. Fighting for possession, QVS. Attacking that ruck. Still QVS with possession. Advantage being played here by the referee, and knocked forward by one of the Natabua players. But holding on, referee says no advantage. Natabua, you knock that ball forward. We'll have a scrum down. Will be QVS. Have the feed. Time off there called by the referee. And look at how the boys from Natabua are hungry for the ball. They attacked that ruck. They in that process they knocked that ball forward. You see how the ball had spilled out of the ruck, and it was so unfortunate that they knocked that ball forward. But now still QVS maintaining possession. Look at the crowds out here at the ANZ National Stadium. The weather is holding up. Breeze coming in from the Narcissa area towards the Vodafone Arena. Still now QVS with possession. We'll see how the forwards of Natabua have dominated the past few scrums. Will QVS be able to hold this back? And again, you see how the forwards of Natabua tried to push and enforce into that scrum, but fortunately the referee said no, we haven't fed that ball into the scrum yet. QVS with possession, a quick get there by Moape Lamba of QVS. Savinada clearing that ball out. Now taking the ball. It's Ratu Melin Drevnalangi running it up. QVS with possession, pick and drive there by Nain Buka Rokuna. Unfortunately knocked that ball forward, but the referee said no. Natabua, you had a hand in that ruck. And which resulted in this penalty being awarded to QVS. What will the captain Sailosi Faliwai decide here? Kick for touch. And yes, it is. They decided to kick for touch. Still early in this match. Taking play, and now look at the replay. See how the Natabua players, there you have it, number 9. He was off his feet, had a hand in the ruck. That was Newmeyer Momogray. That resulted in the penalty. Now play 10 meters away from Natabua's try line. QVS now. Of QVS taking that ball out. QVS fencing a pick and drive. Now Savinada spreading it up wide. Not a really good pass to Peter. Peter kicking it downfield. And again, look at this boy. Is he really Latin Raketi again on the run? Sorry, that's Michael Rocondinono. A little tackle there. I think that's a professional foul. I don't think it would deserve a yellow card. I think it will deserve a warning. But we will see the replay. See the touch judge coming in onto the field to advise the referee on what had decided on that. Taking the ball up earlier, it was Michele Rocondinono rather than Cirelli Latinrechetti, who was in the process of being tackled as well. And we wait. That will be the decision. Oh, the referee is going to his pocket. Yes, a lifting tackle. It was a dangerous play by QVS player. Penalty being awarded. Being yellow carded is Saniela Matavesi of QVS. Not able to find touch there by Natabua. QVS to possession. That was a knock on there by QVS. Here's the replay. See how Michele Rocondinono he runs up and what a nice break from this guy. Look at his running style. Then the tackle by Sanaila Matavesi. He lifted him up. Yes. Well, the referee would be in a good position to decide on that, which has resulted in a yellow card being awarded to Sanaila Matavesi, spending time in the naughty boys chair. Now Natabua with possession. Kick through there, unfortunately not a good kick by Natabua. Knock on. So fortunate that it was a knock on by QVS. Now Natabua still maintaining possession.
Are advised to move onto Bacchus and
10 meters away from the 22 line of Victoria School. QVS playing with 14 men.
Towards the National Gymnasium, exit number 4 towards
Advantage is now on the Natabua side to take advantage of this extra man up wide.
All patrons are to ensure to move 100 meters away from any building or the location of the fire.
Natabua, Nilmaya spreading that ball out wide. See, now Natabua on the attack. Taken in there by Ngaundina Lotawa of Natabua. Again, Vilimoni Mbotitu spreading it out by his forwards. Now they passing it out to the sprinter Israel Latinrechetti, who scored the first strike. And again, we think his leg had touched the outside line before he pressed the ball. But we will wait for what the referee decided. I don't think it's a try from where I'm sitting. I noticed that his leg had touched the outside line, but we will see what the referee and the touch judge referee will decide on. Now looking at the replay, see how Vilimoni Mbotitu spread that ball out wide to James Kamki and out to Isireli. He knew Michele was out on the wide, and Michele, look at how he's running strides. And well, the ball did not touch the green according to the replay that we see, but it looks like that the try has been awarded. Yes, the try has been awarded by the referee. Try has been awarded to Natabua. Natabua 20 minutes into the first half. Natabua. Well, it's so unfortunate now as we see the try scorer coming out of the field. Isikeli Latinrechetti, I think he has a knee injury. 20 minutes into this match, he scored 2 tries. The try has been awarded by the referee, despite what we have seen on the replay. But nevertheless, the match has moved forward. Natabua now leads QVS 10 points to 0. Second try by the man you see there on your screen, Isikeli Latinrechetti of Natabua. Michele Rocondinono instructed well, but unfortunately was not able to raise those flags. Still Natabua 10, QVS 0. 21 minutes gone in this match. Natabua stamping his mark in this game. as we await QVS to restart and kick off. Ball taken in there by Anthony of Natabua. And the referee has penalized Natabua for leaving your feet and shielding that ruck. Now QVS. Referee has called time off. He's calling up the captain. Captain John Kerevi. The referee is advising them no more plays, no more throwing the ball away. Now QVS playing with 14 men. Now they've opted for a kick at goal. Look at how the forwards they left their feet. They shielded that ball. It was Chope Samwaiwai of Natabua. Now as we await Peter Catalan of QVS to register QVS's first points in this game. He struck it well, but was not able to draw that ball in. Great camera work, by the way, from our boys out there in the field, as we saw exactly how the ball had curved out to the right, and QVS Peter Catalau not able to register QVS's first points in this match. There was a penalty. Now we see Kelly Rokondinono to kick it off from the 22. High kick there by Kelly. See how the QVS forwards just attacking the Natabua forwards rather attacking the breakdown. Good standoff there by Selosi Falewai, the captain of QVS. Still Natabua making it difficult for the QVS players to release that ball from the ruck. Again a kick there by Peter Catalau, giving possession away to Natabua. Ball taken up by Vilmoni Mbotitu. Natabua with possession. Playing at halfback is Iswa Bativundi of Natabua. Kicked out there. Now taking play 5 meters away from the QVS 22 line. Good passage of play being shown by both teams here today, as we see Natabua still leading QVS 10 points to nil. For some of your viewers who has just joined us, we had witnessed early in the morning the QVS trio team, under 14, under 15, under 16, taking out the coveted trophies, and this is the fourth team of Team Victoria School, who's playing in the under 17 final game here. In the under 14 match, just taking us back, QVS beat RKS 10 points to 6. In the under 15 grade, QVS beat Maris Brothers 16 points to 10. In the under 16 match, just lately, QVS beat Lelin Memorial School 14 points to 6. Now, as we also take a look at on the far end of the ground, on the embankment area, the crowd driving in as they now await the long anticipated match between Maris Brothers High School and Ratu Kantahu Level School. Now see the dominance of the Natabua forwards. Yes, they've won the drive. See how they've really stamped their mark in the front row pack here. Well, with a prop like Isoa Bativundi, you'll definitely be able to push that scrum of QVS. Natabua with possession, good attacking opportunity here. Just to remind, the QVS still playing with 14 men. Now we see the yellow-carded Sanila Matavesi of QVS making his way back onto the field. QVS now level back. Had 15 players onto the field. Natabua, as we await Neumia Momo Gray to feed it into the scrum from Natabua. Picked up back by James Kamki of Natabua. Neumia spreading that ball out wide to Filimoni. Filimoni to Chone. Now taken up by Ngaunindina. Ball by Isikeli. Isikeli taking that ball up. Still Natabua with possession. Great play there by the backline. Now James Kamki of Natabua, but lost the ball. QVS now with possession. Play being taken up by the Huta Kalio Vangaleva of Queen Victoria School. Quickly there on their feet are the Natabua players, but unfortunately there was a high tackle being seen there by the referee. That's now awarded QVS with this penalty. Well, QVS ball is now with Peter. And see what the captain, yes, the captain Sailosi Faliwai has opted for a kick at goal. Now look at the replay. Oh, he tried to pop that ball up, but it was intercepted there by Kalio Vangaleva of QVS. See how this player just fend off the defense of Natabua. He ran more than 10 meters till they took him down. But of course, yes, that was a high tackle there by the first 5'8", Filomon Imbotitu of Natabua High School. QVS, as we count down the minutes to the end of the first half, still trying to register points in this first half. He struck that well. Does he have the distance? Does he have the angle? And yes, he does. He is able to raise those two flags. Peter Katalau of QVS able to raise those flags. He struck it well. It didn't look like missing as that ball left his boot, but he had the distance, he had the direction. He was able to register QVS's first points in this match. Natabua still leads QVS 10 points to 3. Filimon Imbotitu of Natabua High School taking it down. QVS wanting to play inside Natabua's half. Clearing kick there again by Michaeli Rocondinono of Natabua High School, allowing the ball to bounce. Still QVS with possession. Rusiaki Rokovau picked up at the back there by the captain Sailosi Faliwai. Clearing kick downfield. Again, they let the ball bounce. Well, that was an attempt to keep it infield, but not a good clearing kick. Still now possession with Natabua High School. They tried to keep that ball infield, but not a really good clearing kick there by Michaeli Rocondinono of Natabua High School. Play now about a meter inside Natabua's 22. As we await Aminiasi Irwin. Carried into the line for Natabua. Cut back there by Anthony Corderini. Knock on there by QVS. Still Natabua with possession. As we count down the final minutes to halftime. With possession. Lumaya Momogray, the ball came out again. Referee said no. He will cut it down again for a scrum. Still Natabua has possession in this match. QVS setting the pace early in the match. Then Natabua taking advantage of opportunities being given to them, resulting in 2 tries by their winger, Latin Riquetti, who's so unfortunate, had to be taken out due to injuries. But now Natabua still with possession. Clearing kick there by Savinava. Oh, and a high tackle there on Rusiate. But play on, says the referee. He's still going. Rusiate is still going. The referee is still playing advantage. Now QVS, a kick there by Naimbuko Rokuna. But the advantage, the referee said advantage was over. Now QVS with possession. Now 5 meters from the Natabua try line. Taken up. They passed it out right to the arena. Now Sanila Matavesi of QVS. Savanada spreading the ball out wide. Taken up by the crop to Masina Maui. QVS pick and drive by the forwards. Taken back by the Natabua defense. Yes, their captain leading the way, Sailosi Falewai of QVS. Now another tackle there, defensive tackle by the boys of Natabua. Still QVS with possession. Good play. They're taking play now 5 meters away from the Natabua try line, and the referee says no, we'll have to penalize you, Natabua. The referee is telling the boys from QVS to hold on as we see the touch judge, the touch line coming in, having a word to the referee. I think we noticed a few high tackles in that last 2 phases also. Referee calling up the captain, Johnny Kerevi. Now see this run here by Rusiate Rituvau. You see how he stepped up, and that is a high tackle on and a swinging arm as well by Ngaunindina Lotawa of Natabua. Will QVS with possession. They opted for a quick tap. He can drive now by the boys from Buluvitu. Taken up there by Kaliovan Geleda rather. Still QVS with possession. Pick and drive there by their captain for QVS. Again, you see that's an offside line, the offside play, yes, by the Natabua forwards. Advantage being played by the referee. Still QVS with possession. Ball being taken up by the forwards. Pick and drive. Taken up there by Naimbuko Rokuna. Again, now this is a hookah in. Yes, it looks like Kaliovan Galeda has made it. Yes, it is. Kaliovan scored that try for QVS. See how the reserve bench, they were happy with that. With a pick and drive, they had the advantage by the forwards of QVS. Kaliovan Galeda was able to score that try for QVS. See how the replay. See how the forwards they backed themselves up. They took on the Natabua defense. Natabua were bigger in size, but they didn't see how Kaliovan, see how he fended off the defense, and he died for their try line. And Kaliovan Galeda of QVS scoring that try. And yes, converted there by Peter Katalau of Queen Victoria School. Now QVS going level with Natabua 10-all. See how the QVS supporters are happy for their team, stamping their mark in this game, getting back into the game. Now counting down the minutes to the halftime. Sorry. Leveled at 10-all. Not a good kick there by Natabua, but QVS they played that ball. Knock on there, but there's a knock on first by QVS. For those, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have just joined us now in this game, we're witnessing the under-17 Dean's Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition between QVS and Natabua. As now that's a halftime siren, as you can hear in the background. As we see, Natabua will fit it into the scrum. They do have possession. Maya Momogre feeding into the scrum. Well, Natabua decided to keep on playing. Still Natabua with possession. The prop there, Chope Samurai, tried to play help back, but knocked that ball forward. And halftime, says the referee. Halftime here at the under-17 Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition. QVS and Natabua both had 10 points all in this. Waiting for the officials to make their way. And now making their way into the field are the officials for this under-17 Coca-Cola Zero Deans final. QVS to kick the ball. Kick off there by Peter Kakalau. Natabua taking that ball up. Still Natabua with possession. See how that ball just spits out of that. Yes, there were players not rolling away. The QVS players were guilty of not rolling away. As you notice there that the ball just flew out of that rock. Now Natabua High School with possession. There, right on the 10-meter line, inside QVS's half. Natabua with possession. Aminias Erwin to throw it into the line for Natabua. Good take there by Natabua. Now throwing it back to Erwin. Erwin with the run, but the referee called them back for a forward pass. Yes, that was a forward pass from the attacking lock to the hook of Natabua. Aminiasi Erwin. This match is still undecided as we see a nail-biting encounter by these two teams. They drew 10 points all as we await medical assistance to one of the injured Natabua player. I'd also like to welcome our viewers who are joining us via live stream on our website www.fiji1.tv. Big Mbula Vinaka also to our viewers joining us from around the Pacific in this Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition. As we also we're showing you live pictures of the crowd gathered here as they await the long-awaited final match, which is the battle between the boys from Flagstaff from the boys from Londoni. Once again, there's an injured player here. It looks like Aminiasi Erwin. It is so unfortunate, as I mentioned, it's so unfortunate that we're noticing these injuries of these players. Now right on your screen, the supporters of QVS cheering their team on. That was the Aminiasi Erwin being taken out away by the St. John medical team who are here today. It's also good to see the St. John medical team always out here supporting these and providing medical assistance to these players during this Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition. As you see Aminiasi Erwin being taken out of the field. Replacing him is John Rasinre Soso of Natabua. QVS now with possession. Natabua has been very dominant in the scrum throughout this match, but see how QVS is able to hold them out. Clearing kick there by Peter Catalau. Taking play down 5 meters away from their 22 of Natabua. Mike Kelly clearing kick downfield. And Rusiate allowing that ball to bounce. Now Rusiate has to clear that away from his 22 line, and he does, but doesn't find touch. Well, that's a drop goal attempt there by Natabua. And it is, it's through the drop goal there by, well, we'll get the number. Yes, it is the Vilmonium Botitu of Natabua High School, who has just extended Natambua's lead 13 points to 10. 7 minutes gone into this competition. Natabua now leads QVS 13 points to 10. As we are witnessing the under 17 Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition. QVS boldly taking that ball up. Played by Sakamaya Naitini of QVS. Taken up now, leading the way is their captain Sailosi Falewai of QVS. Clearance kick, and not a really good clearance kick there by Peter Catalau, but they were able to still maintain possession. Still possession there with QVS. Savinada spreading that ball out wide, and he passes it out to his winger. Now winger Rusiate Rukubau taking that ball out. Still Rusiate with the ball, but the referee has called them back. It looks, yes, that's a forward pass. A forward pass there by Peter Catalau, as he tried to get rid of that ball and free up his winger Sainail Matavesi. But unfortunately, the ball went forward. Natabua now with possession. As we await Mumia Momo Gray to feed it into the scrum for Natabua. Again, well, the ball came out of the scrum as well. Still, the referee says, no, we'll back it down again for a scrum. Still Natabua with possession. Big size here in the front row for Natabua. Isoa Mbatibundi and Chope Samuai, who are the props for Natabua. See how they are able to push that scrum. But the ball came out of the QVS side. Now QVS maintained possession. Natabua was not able to secure that ball. Now clearing kick there by Peter Catalau of QVS. Taken in at the back by Michaeli Rocondinono. And Michaeli, he's running away from the defense. But taken there in a tackle by Peter Catalau of QVS. Natabua still with possession. Yes, they're securing that rock pretty well. Maya Momogray, and that is a unfortunate knock-on there by still Natabua with possession. It was a knock-on by QVS rather. And now, as he's taken it up, James Kamti passes that ball out to his fellow forwards. Now James Kamti again with the ball, with possession. Still Natabua with possession. A bit of a scrappy play here by Natabua. But the referee again penalizes Natabua for leaving their feet and trying to secure their rock. This is the second penalty in this game where the forwards of Natabua High School are leaving their feet and trying to secure their rock, trying to secure their possession. But now as we see Peter Catalau, well, not able to find touch, and there was a rare mistake by Peter. It's not helping his teammates either. And now Natabua with possession. Iso Mbatibundi just taking that ball up, and advantage being played here by the referee. As there is, well, it's a penalty advantage As you see, a hand there by Savinada Wulipao of QVS trying to tap that ball out as Numaya Momogray tried to pass that ball away from that rock. Now Natabua with possession. Clearing kick there by Michaeli Rocondinono. Taking play now 10 meters away from QVS's 22 line. Look at that replay. As we see, there's the guilty party, number 5. Yes, it was number 5, Ratumelin Dernalangi, who stretched his hand out and disrupted that play by Natabua. Now Natabua with possession. You can notice a slight breeze coming in from the Nasese area towards the Vodafone Arena. Now the referee has awarded a free kick to QVS for an early lift by Natabua. Picked up there by the boys from Volume 2. And a great run there up here by QVS. Still QVS with possession. As Savanada trying to clear it out from the rock, but very sloppy play there by Sakina Naikini of QVS, not being able to maintain possession. Now Natabua with possession, taken in by Ngaundi Nalotawa. Still Natabua scoring it out wide to their sprinter. Still Natabua maintaining possession, and there's a rare occasion. Seeing the prop is so Batibundi of Natabua running it in, and he's awarded his teammates with a penalty for QVS players not rolling away in the ruck. Natabua, now we'll see what the captain Chone Kerevi will opt for. Yes, they opting for a kick at goal. They're calling up their kicker, Chone Savo. Wanting to extend. See how the two forwards now. He took the players on, and the tackler was not able to roll away. There was a good shot taken up by Isoam Patifundi, the prop for Natabua, who has played a very well played game here this afternoon. Now we await Johnny Savon, Natabua to extend their lead in this match. Natabua still leads QVS 13 points to 10. A slight breeze coming from the Nasasi area. Will it have an effect on this kick? He struck it well. Does he have the distance? Yes, he has the distance, but not the direction. Replacement player coming in for Natabua. As you can notice, Isimeli Turisua of Natabua coming into the playing field this afternoon. Katalau to clear it out from their 22. Natabua now with possession. Taken up there by Chone Kirevi, the captain of Natabua. You can drive by the boys from Lotoka. Still Natabua. Taken it up again by the prop. Well, that's Chope Saumaiwai of Natabua. Good passage of play being shown here by the teams from Natabua. Unfortunately, that was a knock-on by the players of Natabua. And yes, coming out of there is Chone Kirevi, the captain, who had unfortunately knocked that ball forward. As I mentioned earlier, Natabua is the lone team coming in from the west, they were trying to stamp their mark here. As we see, most of the teams playing in this competition are from the eastern and, of course, the central division here in Suva. QVS with possession. We'll see how the two forwards, Iso and Chope, have an effect in the scrum. QVS standing tall. Yes, they're able to secure that scrum and cleared downfield by Peter Katalau. Again, Natabua having to have allowing the ball to bounce. Natabua with possession. We've been mentioning earlier in this competition, QVS sending 4 teams in the final, and 3 teams have won their grades, and the final team is playing now as we are witnessing QVS in the under 17 grade competition here today. Not straight there by the Natabua hooker, replacement hooker rather, John Rasender Soso, awarding QVS this scrub. Time off being played here by the referee. For our viewers just joining us here today, after this match, under 17 competition, we will have the under 19 competition between Loma Ivuna and RKS before the long-awaited under 18 Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition between the Red Fire from Flagstaff, Morris Brothers High School, and the boys from Londoni, RKS, Ratu Level School. For our viewers just joining us here today, we're witnessing the under 17 Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition between Natabua and QVS. As we now see the QVS being awarded a penalty for the forwards of Natabua coming in on the angle, as being described there by the referee. Great kick there by Peter Catalau. Taking play now inside Natabua's half. QVS. Still Natabua leading QVS. 13 points to 10. Stolen there in the line out by Natabua. Natabua now with possession. As we see James Kamki playing halfback. Not a great pass though by him, but still Natabua able to maintain possession. James Kamki taking that ball up. He can drive, and a loss forward there by Natabua. QVS now with possession. That is Leone Coyote. Savinavas playing that ball out wide. Taken up by the QVS captain, Sailosi Falewai. Now still QVS with possession. Good defensive play there by Natabua's wing, Choni Savo. But Natabua penalized for not staying on your feet. Now QVS, well, they opting for a kick out the touchline. They can play now about a meter away from the Natabua 22 line. QVS wanting to go for a try. Still Natabua leading QVS 13 points to 10. Kaliova and Goleva of QVS to throw it into the line. The try scorer of QVS. Back there by QVS, secure well, but the Natabua boys are holding him up. See how the QVS, and they're stolen the ball. That was number 5, Anthony Korodowiri, sorry, who's taken the ball away from QVS. Now play being taken right onto the halfway line. Few wet conditions here at the NZ National Stadium, but as we've mentioned earlier, hasn't dampened the spirits of the supporters coming out in numbers to support their teams here in the Coca-Cola Zero Deans final. As we see QVS now with possession. Ball being secured there by Kaliovan Geleda, the hooker. Now Savenada spreading out to Peter. Still QVS with possession. Savenada now spreading around. Now they're trying to spread the ball out wide. A sidestep inwards by Ratu Bilame Naideru. Still QVS with possession. And where's the support? Well, there was no support there by the QVS players. But it's so fortunate for them that the Natabua player who was on his feet had knocked that ball forward. Now giving them possession. Play now still inside QVS's half. Savanada Guli Power fitted into the scrum for Queen Victoria School. Then you see the dominance from the forwards of Natabua. And yes, they've driven the QVS forwards back. They've won the feed now. They won possession back. And now Natabua to feed it into the scrum. See how the dominance in the scrum by the front row of Natabua. The two props are playing a very critical role in their scrums. Iswam Bativundi and Trape Samuwai of Natabua. Now Natabua with possession. Then you see Lumia double up there, but not the passing not stuck to their hands as Johnny Kirevi, the captain, tried to clean it up. Still Natabua with possession. Now they're spreading that ball out wide to Junimoni. Now taking it up by Romidina. And now to the replacement winger rather, Moses Tovoli, who had struck the ball up forward. And then covering well at the back for QVS was Rusiate Rutubau. Able now to clear it out from their 22. Good passage of play being shown there by the Natabua players as they kick that ball, as they spread that ball out wide. As we see now, replacements coming in. See Tevita Ravato of Natabua coming in, replacing David Elpimua. Still Natabua leading QVS in this game at 13 points to 10. QVS clearing it out from their 22 line as Natabua now have possession. They spreading the ball up wide. Still Natabua. Now that ball being taken up by the replacement player Vita Ravato of Natabua. See how the captain Johnny Kirevi leading his players up. Vita Ravato playing halfback now. See the key Natabua players as they tried with their center running it up. Now Nandina Lotawa taking play now onto the 22 line of QVS. Unfortunately, players again not on their feet as the referee telling them you have to keep your, you have to hold yourself up. They attacked that rock and they were off their feet. Now the penalty being awarded to QVS. Clearing kick there by Peter Catalao. They will play roughly about 9 meters inside their half. Now as we see the replay, see how Nandina Lotawa and see how the clearing, yes, they just closed it off. They closed that, closed off that rock, which resulted in that penalty being awarded to QVS. QVS now with possession. Still Natabua leading QVS. Ball being stolen there by Natabua, but the referee says we'll have a throw again. Well, ball have to be thrown again by Kaliovan Galva of QVS. Now stolen again there by Natabua. Still Natabua with possession. Oh, and stolen there by QVS. Now QVS with an attacking opportunity. Now they spread it out by Peter again with a kick. Not a really good kick there. He's kicking possession away. They have to maintain possession as the clock is running down. And again a penalty by to the QVS. As you see QVS on the attack now. Now we see the try scorer taking that ball up. Well, play on, says the referee. The captain leading the way. Sailosi Falewai of QVS. QVS on the attack. Advantage there, says by the referee. A penalty advantage. Still possession with the QVS. They spread it out wide. Peter Catalau with possession. A good tackle there on the halfback for QVS Savinada. But the referee says no advantage. You were at an offside position. And QVS kicking the ball, keeping possession away by Rusiate Rokuvau. They have now on the attack back is Michaeli Rocondinono of Natabua, kicking that ball forward. He's covering back there, and that's a knock on there by Lumayan Burubatu of QVS. Still advantage being played by the referee. Possession with Natabua. Natabua on the attack. Their winger, Charlie Savoy, taking it forward. Now 5 meters away from possession. Attacking that line, the ruck is the boys from QVS, and the referee says no. You had a hand in the ruck. We'll have to penalize you for that. Now see how the Natabua players are coming the other players down. Natabua being awarded a penalty. We'll see what the captain decides. Will they kick for touch? Will they throw down for a scrum? Or will they kick for goal? I think they've decided to attempt for a goal kick. Yes, they have. The captain who says no, let's take it slowly. We'll need to get more points. Good passage of play being shown by Natabua on the attack. And we see with us Michaeli Rocondinono of Natabua taking the play out in the far end corner, running the QVS defense. Which is further a few phases after that resulted in this penalty being awarded to Natabua. Charlie Savo of Natabua looking to extend Natabua's lead in this match. Still Natabua lead QVS 13 points to 10. As we count down the minutes to the end of this game. Distracted well. Does he have a direction? No, he had the distance but not the direction. Not able to raise those flags, but still points still remain. Natabua 13, QVS 10. You see a clearing kick from the 22 line by QVS. Another rope goal attempt there by Michaelo Rocondinono, but he took it up still. And again, the referee has penalized Natabua for the similar occasion to the two previous penalties early in the second half for not keeping their weight and having the two hands onto the field. And once again, a yellow card, a very silly play here by the Natabua player who is being yellow carded for kicking the ball away. Now QVS with possession, still time remaining, but didn't find touch. I think that was a wasteful attempt there by the kicker Peter Catalau of QVS. Now QVS kicking it downfield, taken in there by Neumia Momogwe. Very kick done by Michaelo Rocondinono of Natabua. QVS now has the captain taking that ball up, Sailosi Falewai of QVS. Still the QVS with possession. This is not a side of the ground that they want to play on. And not a good box kick there but still QVS with possession nevertheless. Ratu Melin Dernalan taking that ball in, and the referee says no, we will still award QVS a penalty for an offside, unfortunate offside position by Natabua. Just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, the replacement hooker for Natabua, who has just recently been yellow carded, is John Nasendre Soso. He has made his way out of the game here this afternoon. QVS now running out of time. Still has possession. Spreading it out wide. Ball being taken up there by Moa Pelamba of QVS. Savinada feeding up his forwards. Up is Choche Kunabula, the replacement flanker. Now the captain leading the way. And that is Sailosi Falawai of QVS showing his teammates the way forward. And still, yes, Kayova with the possession. Stolen there by Natabua. Natabua still possessed. That was a knock on there by Natabua players. Yes, still full time here for QVS. QVS now with the last showdown. Still have possession as the referee has called on for medical assistance to the injured player. Coming in replacements as we see Josefa Salamboni of QVS coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who has just joined us again here in this competition, we are just witnessing the under 17 Coca-Cola Zero Deans competition between Natabua and QVS. Natabua is leading QVS 13 points to 10. Now possession will still be with QVS. It'll be interesting to see what the two forwards of Natabua will do. They playing with a man short. Natabua. They have been very dominant in the scrums all throughout this match. But you see, and the free kick there by the referee for not fitting it well in the scrum by Savinada Vulipau of QVS. Not a good way for QVS as as Natabua is leading them by 13 points to 10. But a kick downfield there by Michael Rokandinono. Taken in at the back there by Rusiate Rukubau of QVS. A good sidestep there by Rusiate rather. And still QVS with possession. Savinada spreading it out wide to Pita. Pita now to the fast winger. That was an attempt to tackle right there. Ball being lost there by Ayuta Modesuba Jr., who was the replacement fire half. There's an injured player down there for QVS. Now see the captain calling up the Natabua player. Now we'll see the replay here. See how QVS with possession as Savinada now to Peter. And yes, there was a late charge there by Ratukini Vilame, on Ratukini Vilame Naideru, sorry. And then another player being yellow carded for Natabua. Natabua now playing with 13 men on the field as QVS now with a good advantage to grab this win away from Natabua, but all will depend on how these last few phases here for QVS. Yes, the player who's been yellow carded is Ngaunindina Lotawa of Natabua. Natabua now playing with 13 men. As QVS driving it forward. Well, the ball moving out slowly and taken up by their captain. QVS now still Peter with a step off his left. Still QVS with possession. Savinada spreading it out wide. QVS on the attack. Now they're spreading the ball out wide. Again, a good run there with number 15. And still, but they were taken out of the field of play. They tried to pass that ball out wide by Sakaya, 19 of QVS to Rusiate. And I'm so unfortunate they were not able to keep that ball in field of play, which now a throw in by Natabua. Natabua not on the let off yet, as we still have a few minutes to count down in this match. They're still leading QVS by 13 points to 10. As we see replacement players coming onto the field. Evita Tuivuna of Natabua making his way onto the field. Still have to remind our viewers today that Natabua is down with 2 players, both being yellow carded foul play. Now they're playing with only 13 players in the field. James Kamki there with the ball. Very aggressive tackle coming in by the boys from QVS. But a free kick being awarded to QVS now. Taking that ball up is Moapelamba of Queen Victoria School. QVS on the charge, on the attack. And, what is the referee? Yes, the referee has penalized Natabua for, coming in from the side? Yes, he is penalized Natabua for coming in from the side. Now QVS again with a quick tap. Still QVS with possession. They're on the attack, they're down by 3 points. As we witness Savinada Vulipawa marshalling his forwards. Still QVS with possession, 5 meters away from the Natabua try line. See how the big prop Josefa Salambongi of QVS taking that ball up. Now still QVS with possession, good attacking opportunity here. Can they score a try to clinch this final away from Natabua? Natabua rather still leading in this match, 10 points to 3. Sorry, 10 points to 13, 13 points to 10 rather. Now the referee is playing advantage. 3 meters away from the Natabua try line. Pick and drive by the QVS players. They've been driven back. Still QVS with possession. Will they spread it out wide? Now they do. Now, not taken in well there by the players. Who has dropped the ball? Yes, but the referee was playing advantage. There was an advantage being played by the referee. Picked up again by the boys from Bulinitu. They're playing their hearts out. And they're over the try line. Well, what the referee will say, well, he's called for a timeout. He's going to liaise with his touch judges. It looks like that they were over the try line. It seems like coming up with the ball is Apisai Wanganitua of QVS. Let's see what's the referee and the touch judge umpire would say. It'll also be good for us to notice the replay and judge for ourselves whether that was a try or not. Natabua leading QVS in this game, 13 points to 10. Then the referee warning the players. Well, a penalty Now to QVS. Timeout being called by the referee as we count down the final minutes to the end of this game. Quick tap there by the boys from Bulunitu. What a nail-biting match here today. There's a pick and drive there by Apisai Wanganituva of QVS. QVS again. Then pick and drive there by the scorer of QVS, Kaliova Angelida. Still QVS with possession. Natabua defending the line, and QVS has scored a try. Will be good to see. And yes, it's the replacement player, Apisai Wanganituva, has clinched the last minute try here for QVS. As QVS backed themselves, they picked and drive, they ran for the try line, they were hungry for the win, and yes, counting down the seconds, we have just 2 seconds to the end of the match, and QVS clinching that win from, see how the players, they backed themselves up. There was a good pick and drive there by the try scorer, Apisai Wanganituva of QVS. See how he comes up with the ball, and yes, he has clinched that try to QVS. Now QVS leading Natabua 15 points to 13. We haven't heard the siren to the end of this match yet, but still time. The Natabua players are lying down as we await the Rusiate Rukubau, and he missed that kick. Well, still a chance here for Natabua as we going on. Still Natabua, QVS now leading Natabua 15 points to 13. Still, we still have time in this match according to the officials. Yes, we still do have time in this match as we see replacements coming in. Ratu Romanu Kurunduandua of QVS making his way onto the field. All QVS needs to do now is maintain possession. Kick off there by Natabua. Now Natabua being awarded possession here. Such a seesaw battle here in this match. Nail-biting competition as we see the two teams, the lone team from the west, Natabua, and QVS, trying to make it 4 in a row. And yes, that's the siren to mark the end of the game. But Natabua with possession as we await John Rasendra Soso to throw it, and it wasn't straight. Kicked out there by the captain himself of QVS, Sailosi of Palewai, and the QVS has taken out the under 17 grade competition by beating Natabua by 15 points to 13.